What is up, everyone, and welcome back to more Naruto Shippuden. I am here today with episode 127. Now, this will probably be a relatively long introduction because I have 2 points that I really want to make at the start of today's episode. So I'll go by episode. So the first thing I want to discuss is from episode 125. Now, in regards to Madara's mask, now, I'm just going to go out there and say it because I always try and be transparent with you guys. You guys have spoiled that for me. And I just want to kind of get my thoughts and feelings out a little bit to make you guys aware of just the things that you say. And I want you guys to be a little bit more careful. I truly believe that a lot of the time it comes from a place of excitement rather than like a malicious place. But I just want to say, as far as I'm concerned, in that episode, Toby died in the explosion. Obviously, we didn't see his body. I had some thoughts about that I wanted to talk about. And right at the end of the episode, Madara had the same mask as Toby. Now, the reason I didn't really comment on it too much was because, as far as I was aware, I had a different theory altogether as to why Madara was wearing that mask. Now, his character, he seems older, more mature. He even seemed a little bit taller. I don't know if that was just the animation. It was difficult to see. But it didn't cross my mind for a second, not a second, that that would be Toby. I was under a different impression that maybe there was a new kind of clan that we were going to be introduced to, and that's why he also had the same mask. So I was kind of thinking maybe Toby was like his apprentice in some way, and he looked up to him, and that's why he had the mask on. Obviously, all of these things can be going through my head just now because this is my first time watching it, and it's not explaining everything as you go. So for people to then straight up comment that I'm stupid for not knowing that Toby is Madara is insulting to me, but it's also spoiler, like major spoiler for me. So I had so many other thoughts and theories about why he was wearing the same mask as Toby, but because to my knowledge in that episode, Toby died in the explosion, it didn't cross my mind for a second that he was Toby. It's also not told you that in it so far. So if it then talks about it in future, which I'm sure it will, because obviously if you guys know the information, it's going to talk about it in future. I just want you to realize that I'm not just saying things for the sake of it, or I'm not just holding back for the sake of it. A lot of the time, the reason I don't say something is because there's not enough evidence to suggest what I might say. So I would rather wait and then basically be like, oh, okay, it's now told me that he's Toby. And then I would talk about what I'm saying just now, sort of thing. So I'm really like, I'm not going to let it disappoint me. But I'm not going to lie, like the past 2 days, people have been ridiculous with spoilers, and you guys need to be so careful when you're doing things like that. As I say, I don't think it came from a malicious place, but you guys have spoiled the fact that Madara is Toby, and I had a different theory altogether, and it's not fair that you've taken that from me. Like, you should let me have my theories until it tells me otherwise. Do you know what I mean? Because then you guys are ruining that surprise. So I just wanted to be transparent about that. I know now that Madara is Toby. I'm disappointed that I know that. But in the same breath, this is the way it is. And the second disappointment is from episode 126. We're talking about Naruto's parents. Now, in the scene, because I went back and watched it because obviously people were just like, how did you miss X, Y, and Z? I went back to the scene and they talk about Naruto's mother and she shares the same surname as Naruto. Then they talk about the fourth Hokage who does not share the same surname as Naruto. And people in my Discord told me yesterday that people in Japan don't always take the surname of the father, which is weird because obviously over here in the UK, my real surname is my dad's, not my mum's. So I didn't twig because I was like, okay, you're talking about the fourth Hokage because you're talking about the fact that Jiraiya taught Rasengan to Naruto, and that's how I connected those. But no, as per usual, people had to come out and be like, how did you miss it? Obviously, the fourth Hokage is Naruto's father. And it's like, it didn't say that. You know what I mean? Like the show itself, it was talking about his mom. It said her full name. The surnames matched. Then they started talking about the fourth Hokage and the surname didn't match. Therefore, unless Jiraiya openly says, this person is Naruto's dad, by going to the comment section and then just being like, how did you miss X, Y, and Z? This is his dad. That's a big spoiler for me. So it's like, again, you've taken that from me. And I just wish people would be a little bit more careful with what they are typing on my website, because now you've spoiled the Toby thing and you've spoiled that I now know who his father is. Until the show tells me 110% this is this, let me have my theories. Let me have my thoughts. I am not asking you to correct me because obviously by correcting me, you're giving me spoilers. And I don't want that. There was many other reactors who had the same reaction as I did, especially with Madara wearing Toby's mask. And I think it was Spaz Boy, also had it spoiled for him. I just want to say, don't do that. Please don't do that, because the past 2 days you have literally spoiled 2 things that I know they will talk about in future, and I could have had that reaction later on and I could have gone forward with my own theories. It's okay to have theories that are incorrect. Everybody had them, I'm sure, the first time they watched this. I know this is a relatively long introduction to this, but I just really had to get my thoughts out about this because I've been super disappointed in the past couple of episodes because of the comment section. And obviously, like, I want to interact with you guys. I want to make sure that you're enjoying the reactions and things like that. I don't want to be one of these people that just doesn't read comments or has to switch them off. I don't want to do that. So I'm just asking you to think before you leave a comment, especially if you think I've missed something. Just know that it's okay for me to miss something, and the show will eventually hold my hand and throw that information in my face, and it's not your place to do it before the show has decided to do it. So with that out the way, I know now Madara is Toby, and I now know that the fourth Hokage is Naruto's dad, and I wish that both those things were not said in the comments. I wish that you guys had given me a little bit more time to watch more episodes and to get more information. Longest introduction ever, but I had to get that out. With that being said, let's go ahead and delve on into episode 127. Make sure you hit me up over on my Instagram. The link is below. Let's do this.
I have 2 bells in my hand. And the fact that there are only 2 means...
that one of us will lose.
Very sharp, Orochimaru.
Hey, if I get a bell, then you go out with me, Tsunade.
Ah! That crush has been going on for a long time. Oh my god, I can't believe that Kakashi done the same thing with Naruto's team. And I bet Jiraiya was, yeah, he was just like Naruto.
I told you.
Oh, just shut up, stupid flat as a board, Tsunade!
What did you just say to me, you little brainy
They're so adorable. If this is going to be an entire episode dedicated to Jiraiya as a kid, I'm so hyped. Summoning Jutsu!
Summoning Jutsu!
Come on! Oh, of course, I was gonna say, he didn't have the toad.
It's the summoning Jutsu.
I want to make a contract with that one, too, right now!
Sorry, but that you can't do. In the same way that every man is destined to a different fate, so too is the animal to whom he is entwined.
I'm sorry, but this just brings me back to that episode with the sword going through the third Hokage for 7 or 8 episodes.
You will always find the answer to any problem within your training. Jiraiya had found a purpose, and from that day on, he began taking his training seriously.
My gosh, we are! We're getting like a backstory on Jiraiya!
Will I ever be ready to make a contract?
You're gonna have the best contract in the entire universe.
I just have to become the ultimate ninja and then I'll sweep Tsunade off her feet! Now that I know what I need to do, there's no time to waste!
I honestly can't believe how much Jiraiya and Naruto are similar. It's like Naruto with Sakura.
I'm gonna get all the pretty girls. Let's see, concentrate my chakra. Make the seal.
He never changed.
Horse, dog, bird, monkey, sheep.
No, wait! There's no telling what will happen if you use the transportation technique without making a contract!
And go!
Oh god. Is this where the toad came from? Oh. Oh shoot. Oh! What?
Where am I?
Yes! I missed you so much! Oh my god!
Wait! Hold it right there! I, the great Master Jiraiya, will fight!
You're gonna die! Wait, is that why Chief Toad went with him?
Ha! Now that's the way you do it.
It's a human child.
Are you seriously a talking toad?
To think that a human would come to Mount Myoboku, I never thought I'd see it.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Oh, Chief Toad! Summon the Toad!
That's because we knew you were coming. The great elder predicted this very happenstance.
One day a human child will stumble into Mount Myoboku, and I will give that child the power of the toad as well as the prophecy.
But wait, if I'm that human child, then what does the prophecy say about me?
You must stay here and train, and wait for the great Lord Elder's prophecy.
Wait, hold on! I made up my mind to become strong, so that I'd be popular with the girls, not so I'll be popular with frogs!
Your destiny's your destiny, and that is that.
So can they see his future, though?
That is proof enough that you are indeed the chosen one that the great Lord Elder spoke of.
He spent the days of his youth learning ninjutsu and training to become a sage.
Oh, what a shame. He was just like Naruto, always messing up at the same stuff. Although I don't think Naruto was always motivated by women, however. I'm just so excited to see Chief Toad, one of my favorite characters of all time in Naruto. I feel like there's a really strong lesson that can be learned from this episode and from Naruto in general. Work hard and you'll get there.
Without a doubt, I've gotten stronger since coming here, but Tsunade is as cold as ever. Well, not just that. If I was destined to be the chosen one, should my purpose be merely to impress girls?
The great Lord Elder has summoned you, Jiraiya.
What? The great Lord Elder did?
Yes, you must hurry. He has seen your prophecy at last.
What? Are you serious, Bunta?
But, who are you again?
What?
This is Jiraiya.
It's Jiraiya!
He's the human child.
Oh, yes. You're the one who summoned him here in the first place.
I know, you dumbass.
Have some more respect, would ya?
Well, he is acting senile.
Oh, and by the way, who are you again?
What is the prophecy? Tell me.
I shall now tell you. I will relate my dream. You, who are singularly pervy, shall become a great ninja. And once you do, you shall acquire an apprentice of your very own.
Oh my god. I mean, pervy sage, come on.
Become a ninja who will bring about a great change in the ninja world. That is what I foresaw in my dream.
I mean, that's nice, right?
You will be the one to guide this revolutionary change, and eventually there will come a day when you will be forced to make a critical selection.
To make a selection?
Yes, and whatever choice you end up making, it will direct the way that this great change is going to go.
What does that mean?
In my dream, I see you traveling around the world writing books.
I don't like this, because this is all true, so how does it end?
But Great Lord Elder, have any of your prophecies ever not come to pass?
No, never.
No! Oh my god. What does this mean? I'm scared. I'm scared.
I think what I need now is time to see more of the world and meet different people.
I see.
So, as foreseen in the Great Lord Elder's dream, I'll journey throughout the world and maybe write a book too.
And the toad you want to come to?
The peace that existed between the 5 great nations grew fragile. Aggression between the lands escalated greatly, and within each land's borders, internal strife increased as well.
This is what I love about Jiraiya. He just wants people to be happy and safe. He's like a beautiful soul.
I journey from land to land, as I was foretold in a dream.
Oh my, what's wrong?
Here, have one. It's milk candy.
What? What the fudge?
Destiny is something you latch onto when it appears. An age of war is coming. My mechanical skills are useless in times of peace, but some lord may pay a high price for my services in battle.
I was gonna say though, he's got a baby puppet there. I wonder if that was the puppet master Akatsuki.
You know, if you really want to change something, change me.
I suppose you're right. That does sound like a lot more fun.
Hold it right there! I'll take over now. If you want to fight, fight me!
Everyone's like, do we really want to fight Jiraiya? I doubt it somehow.
Here, pal, have a drink on me. You know, I've been searching for my destiny too, but it's been proving quite elusive. Is that all this guy can do? Complain? Your role.
Education can stop a war?
I mean, education is one of the most important things in the world.
Let me ask you, just what are those choices then?
Life or death, of course. Those are the choices. The only lesson that I'm truly capable of teaching them is how to survive.
I guess when the world is going to war, that is the most important lesson that you can teach them, is to survive.
To bring destruction on this world, or to bring about a peace unlike any we've known. It all depends on the commitment of each person.
How would you bring peace to this world?
This world is careening toward an age of war, strife, and sadness. And nothing can stop it.
You just said it depends on people's commitment. So how do we go about changing these people's destinies then?
All we can do is pray and have faith. That's all any man can do in a world like this one.
I disagree. I believe that anyone can make a change. You just have to fight for it. This episode is great, honestly. I feel like we can learn so much, even in the real world, from this episode today.
This was just an ordinary village. Why would a shinobi do this?
Substitution! I love that. Such an amazing move.
I'm journeying in search of one who will become my apprentice.
Why waste time on something so tedious? The balance of power between the lands is teetering, and we're standing on the verge of a great war. That village was destroyed because of a tip that shinobi had infiltrated it. In this world, you hesitate and you die.
You just hesitated, buddy.
You're pretty good. You know that?
If you're a shinobi too, then I cannot let you live. Look, just give up now. This is our fate. The fate of shinobi.
Can I say something?
I don't want to hear it. Just die!
Jiraiya, you're stronger than that. Come on. Ouch. Oh! That's gonna leave a scar for sure.
Even if you do take me down, another assassin will attack the village. As long as we're cursed to live in this world of the shinobi, there can be no peace.
The Great Lord Elder's prophecy said that I'm destined to train the revolutionary who could at last bring peace to this troubled world. But in all my travels, I haven't even come close to finding this apprentice.
Jiraiya was forced to put his journeys on hold and return to the Hidden Leaf Village to do his part alongside the other shinobi.
So when does the fourth come into it?
We are at war. Orochimaru.
And this is when Orochimaru turns too. So he trained the fourth Hokage, but he's talking about Naruto, right?
The conflict that they entered would one day be called the Third Great Ninja War. And afterward, thanks to their exploits, Jiraiya and his compatriots would come to be known as the legendary Sannin.
Aww, that was such a nice episode. I need another one like that. I hope there's another one like that. Obviously, I don't know the names of these episodes, but any backstory I get on Jiraiya is just, it's so nice. Obviously, a lot of those scenes we had already seen previously, but to find out, and I really kind of want to talk about this because I guess in a way, I feel like it speaks to me a lot more just now because I've literally been getting harassed on the internet, and I know like a lot of people don't really think that that's anything major. Jiraiya like traveling to find someone for the greater good so that he can bring peace to this turmoil. I feel like I relate to that so hard because it's like all I ever want for people is to be happy and for people to stop hating each other and stop bringing each other down and just be nice to each other. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like that episode spoke to me so hard, and it is a shame obviously that war had to happen, but I'm wondering if he thought, because I see Naruto as being his apprentice. Obviously he was also there with the fourth Hokage, but it just makes me feel, I feel a bit nervous actually. There was a lot of information in that episode about his prophecy, what he's supposed to do. In a way I don't like it because it makes me feel like everybody's life is predetermined, and that's not something I genuinely believe in. I don't like that idea. I like to think that we have at least a little bit control of our destiny. But I think everything that has happened in Jiraiya's life so far has been of that prophecy. How it ends, don't know, but a little bit concerned about it. So I feel like that's not the end of that though. I wonder if there's more to it. I'm gonna go ahead and check out the next episode just now, and I wonder if it'll go into the war in a little bit more depth, as well as the fourth Hokage finding Naruto, him becoming his apprentice and things like that. So thank you so much for watching this episode. It's actually quite a long one, but anyway, I'll catch you all in the next episode. Bye.